Hey, what's up everybody? It's Coach Matt over here, Primal Athlete Training Center, www.primalatc.com. Coming to you today with a sort of a follow-up video to the rapid fire video that went out the other day. In the rapid fire, answered a question on how to use medicine balls because somebody was searching online, just finding a bunch of core training, sit-ups, and fat loss type of stuff. He was wondering, well, how do we use med balls for throwing? And the answer simply was, you throw them. Gave him a couple of different examples of throwing that you can do with med balls. And he sent back a response. This is Vikram, sent back a response and said, well, when do I use them? Do I use them, the same days that I throw? Do I use them, the same days that I lift? Do I pick a separate day? When do I use them? So what I did was, kind of in a perfect world, this is what I would like to see with sort of your throwing, lifting, and your medicine balls and sprints and jumps and some of the other stuff that you're going to do during the week. And I apologize. Again, I've had the flu all week. Flu-like symptoms, not really the flu. Flu-like symptoms all week, whatever that means. And haven't been able to get my voice to come back. So this is going to be a quickie. All right. In a perfect world, this would be like a college-type setting. We've got your track meet on Saturday. Now, I know that doesn't always happen, but so you have to plan accordingly. But you've got your track meet, let's say, on Saturday. What I like to do, or should I say the most important thing for a thrower, is that you throw every day. The other stuff, the lifting is great. The med balls are great. The jumping and the sprinting and the bounding and running up and down bleachers and special strength stuff, that's great. But for throwers, especially younger throwers and beginner to intermediate throwers, you need to throw every day. You need to learn that technique. So we're throwing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We are throwing, as well as at the meet we're throwing. Okay, so 5 days a week you're throwing. Now, along with the throwing, let's talk about the lifting. The lifting in season I like to do twice a week, and I put that as far away from a meet as possible with rest in between. So what I mean is Sunday is our day of rest. That's our day off normally. Lifting on the Monday and then lifting on the Wednesday. So what you'll notice here is that you've got some time. You get your pre-meet stuff on Friday, and you've got your travel. A lot of times you're traveling to the meet in college. You're going out of state. You're on the bus. You're staying over in hotels and stuff like that. But you've got these 2 days. You got Tuesday and Thursday, where really all that you've got scheduled is throwing. So that's where you put in the stuff that you do after you throw. So that's where you're going to put in your medicine balls. That's where you're going to put in your sprinting. That's where you're going to put in your jumping. That's where you're going to put in a lot of your, explosive movement type stuff. If you do throwing puds, if you like to use, rebar or pipes to throw in discus, if you're going to do any type of, short sprints, ballistic sprints, fun games, strongman type stuff, just to kind of do, stuff as a team. We see that a lot of times, and that's a great thing to do. That's where you want to put it, is on the Tuesday and on the Thursday. It's a secondary to the throwing, but it is sometimes just as important. Now, how do you decide which you do? Well, that's really up to you and up to your coach. Okay, so you have to figure out, again, what do you suck at? If you are extremely fast but are horrible at throwing medicine balls, I'm going to have you throwing medicine balls for quite a while until you become good at them. If you are really great at throwing medicine balls and you are not fast, well, I'm going to have you doing some short ballistic sprinting, 30-meter, 40-meter sprints with a full rest in between, so that we're not working that, that cardiovascular or that muscular endurance type system, to put it blunt, to put it easily without going into a whole tirade on that. All right, so that is how I would like to set it up. Now, you might be asking, what if your track meets in the middle of the week on a Wednesday or on a Thursday? Again, you have to plan accordingly. So if it was on a Wednesday, I'd probably lift Monday, Thursday. If it was on a Thursday, I would probably lift Monday, Friday. I like to leave as many days before the meet as possible and lift after the meet if it's during the middle of the week. All right, so hopefully this answers really quick before I start to lose my voice. Really quick, when you can incorporate your medicine balls as well as the other stuff into your planning. Now, as far as peaking and planning the entire season, we're not going to get into that today. But this is just a great way that you can set up your week, especially this time of year right now. We've got some big invites coming up. Indoor season is quickly coming to an end. We got about a little over a month left until our state championship here in Rhode Island. So, great way to set up your stuff if you're wondering when you can incorporate that extra work that makes a big difference come the end of the year. Any other questions, let me know. Matt@primalatc.com, or you can leave a comment underneath this video. Talk to you soon.